Hey folks, how you doing today? Welcome back to the shop. I got the bird feeder off the lathe. That's almost done. I got a little bit of some attachments to put to it. Maybe I'll show that at the end of the video. It's pretty quick. But here I have an old piece of white pine root. I've never turned this before. The neighbor thought it was white oak, is what he was told. But he gave it to me, or asked me if I wanted it. I took it, and it turned out to be white pine. But this has got some pretty cool looking grain in it. This will probably be mostly shaved off. This side's got some rotten pockets in it, so this will be the hollowed out side. I got my center roughly marked. This will be the bottom. This is pretty solid. I'll try to get a tenon in here. I got a crack here, but it doesn't go that deep. Actually, I'll fill that with glue before I start turning it. And see if we can get it rounded up and get a bottom on it and a tenon and get it flipped around and start hollowing. Alright, this is pretty out of balance, so I got the lathe on the lowest speed, which is like 214, 220 rounds per minute, and this is softer wood, so I got a fresh sharp edge, and let's see what happens. Alright, as you can see, this is going to take a while. I'll turn you back on when I get it flat. Little something I wanted to point out. Even though this is a lot of hit and miss and some actually square edges that are coming around to be cut, if you got the bevel of your gouge pretty much parallel to the wood, even when a sharp edge comes around and tries to catch your gouge, it will actually bump here and push it away rather than come around and really take a big bite and suck it in. So it might make you a little nervous when it's happening, but at least it's pushing it away from the work instead of sucking it into the work, because when that bumps like that, I feel no upward pressure. It actually just pushes back. So it's a lot safer. Just keep your bevel just about parallel with the surface and you'll be okay. A lot of rotten stuff right in here. I may have to turn it and get past this flat spot. I hope this all don't go away, but we'll see. I have to get past that rotten stuff. Still got it on slow speed. Alright, I was able to get another 100 RPMs out of it, and boy, what a difference in the smoothness of your cut. We're almost there. Got a little flat spot left. A lot of this rot. What I might have to do is CA glue that and keep what I can keep, but I'd like to at least get down to this depth. And some of this may remain. I don't know, maybe I can keep a little bit at the top. Down towards the bottom, I think I'm going to have to get rid of it. We'll see. See, I'm getting a lot of dirt and bark and stuff. I'm surprised I haven't hit a rock yet. Turn you back on when I get some shape to it. Alright, I think I got it close to what I want. I'm going to peel off this corner a little bit, get rid of this rotten spot, and try to keep a little bit of this. And I want to keep this little wing on there, most definitely, so I got to dress this up. And this rotten spot, I hope you know I work hard for you guys. I dumped about $2 worth of super glue, CA glue, down into this rotten spot trying to save the color. The corner of it will be off, and this will go down a little bit more, but I really want to keep this bark on here. That's a nice highlight. So I'm just going to shape up this corner a little bit, smooth everything out, and sand it up and get a finish on the outside. Then I can get it flipped over. I still got to make the tenon on the bottom. So far I've been pretty lucky. I haven't hit any stones or anything in there, but you never know with a root ball. Great. Must have been some wet super glue on there because my finger stuck to my gouge. Got it. Only a little bit of skin. Okay, found a less used brush. So I'll be able to get some fluid on there now. Well, I think this has got potential. But I'm going to use this as it's a softwood and it's kind of fibrous. So I'm going to use this as a sanding sealer to try to firm up the fibers so they'll cut with the sandpaper instead of just kind of laying over. Well, this got decent, kind of like it. White pine root ball. Ancient tree. I think it was cut down probably 15-20 years ago, and the stump was left in the ground. And my neighbor's got a pretty good sized tractor, and kept tugging away at it, and finally he broke it loose. Some of this up here is going to be cut away, I believe, but we'll put a finish on it anywho. Just trying to saturate it real good. This section right here, the rotten section, it's totally saturated with super glue, but I noticed it shrunk quite a bit, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. I guess we'll wait and see. But it seems to be pretty stable. This side has about the best looking features on it. I kind of like it. And I think what I'm going to have to do is leave the side walls and the bottom over thick. The side walls will probably be about a ½ inch thick, and then the bottom I'll change the curve to try not to poke through here, so I can leave this bark inclusion here, because I didn't want to make it any smaller. But being a light wood, the extra thickness won't add too much weight to it, I don't think. Should be okay. Whew, that was almost a disaster. Caught it. But I'll let this shellac set up, then I'll come back and try to sand it again, see if it cuts a little better. And then we can start hollowing the inside. Alright, so when this dries, I really love that little finger sticking out there. So when this sets up, I'll turn you back on when we get her flipped around. Ciao for now.